These dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today.
Welcome to the Unfiltered Discussions Podcast, where we tackle today's hottest topics with open minds and candid conversations. Get ready for thought-provoking insights and honest dialogue. Let's dive in. So, getting right into it. In case you have been living under a rock for the past week, or maybe your internet was just cut off and you haven't been watching YouTube or seen anything on Google, let me take that back. Steve Harvey recently went on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay and did an interview mainly talking about how he came up as a comedian and his multiple marriages, right? We're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on what he had to say at the end.
These dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you. What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible?
We're going to talk about what he got right, what he actually got right, okay? But before we talk about what he got right, we're going to go over what he got. So now that we're back, here is a list of the things that I feel that he got wrong. And some of them I know he got wrong. It's factual that he got them wrong, okay? So we're going to start with that, he said that women can make another you. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, that it is a fact he got that wrong, okay? Let me explain why. First of all, let me say this. I do not hate women. I have nothing against women. I am actually married, okay? I know. I'm married. I have 3 daughters myself and 2 stepdaughters. So I have actually 5 daughters, okay? I no way, shape, or any form hate women. Matter of fact, my co-host who couldn't be here today, black people, is a female, okay? And honestly, she couldn't be here for health issues. And, the show has to go on. We had to get this episode out, okay? So here is what he got wrong. He said that women can make another you, okay? Now, it is factual. Women cannot make children on their own, okay? Yes, they can carry children, they give birth to children, but they cannot reproduce without the semen of a man. Yes, she supplies the egg, she carries the child, gives birth, but the egg has to be fertilized by a man. No matter if it's like an in vitro something, I don't even know what they call it, where you go to, like what the brat and her wife did, you go to like a sperm bank and, you get sperm and you impregnate somebody with it. It still takes a man to do that. Women cannot just reproduce asexually and create a child on their own, okay? So he definitely got that wrong, okay? What else did he get wrong? He said women have to be independent because they don't have the right man. That is actually wrong. Let me tell you something. Women are choosing to be independent for 2 reasons. A lot of women choose to be independent because they don't want to answer to anybody for the things that they're doing and the decisions that they're making, okay? And what I mean by answer anybody, I'm not saying that you get married and that's your daddy. I mean, you might see it that way in certain situations, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is women, they don't want to be held responsible. So they want to be able to wear whatever they want to wear whenever they want to wear it. That's why some of these women are choosing to be independent. Because if you're married, I know my wife cannot go out in public wearing some booty shorts, okay? Even if I'm with her, no, she cannot. And she understands that. Just like she wouldn't allow me to go out wearing certain things with or without her, period. Okay. So that's the first reason they don't want to answer to anybody. So they're choosing to be independent. The second reason is because they're choosing the wrong guy. Most women don't settle for men. Most get the one that they want, or at least the one that they think they want. Okay. Now, whether that's the wrong guy or not, that is the man that they chose. Nobody else gave them that man. Okay. Now, what else did he say that was wrong? He said that Aristotle said, if women didn't exist, money would have no meaning. Now, he's not completely wrong on this. Aristotle did say something to that effect. But here is the whole quote. The whole quote says, to succeed in business, it is necessary to make others see things as you see them. If women didn't exist, all the money in the world would have no meaning. The secret of business is to know something nobody else knows. So just let's interpret this a little bit. What Aristotle said has nothing to do with women in relationships. Okay. He just left a lot of that out because, let's be honest, his core consumers are women. Women spend money on Steve Harvey books, Steve Harvey movies, Steve Harvey lectures. Women spend that money, not the men. So he had to change that quote to make it fit his narrative. Now, what this quote is, this is a business quote. Business. Basically saying, if you want to sell something, you need to target the women, because the men ain't gonna spend like the women do. That's why you got the Amazon commercials, like the Amazon Rapunzel commercial, where it's telling her she don't need a man. Go ahead and spend that money on Amazon and get you a ladder and get out the tower. Even the Amazon Cleopatra commercial was along the same lines. They're targeting women to get women to spend that money. That's what this quote is about. It has nothing to do with relationships. Okay. Now, what else did he get wrong? We're going to go back to points 1 and 2 here. If you think about what he said, and shout out to my guy, Angry Man. Listen, I am not in the quote unquote manosphere. I am not one of these red pill guys. Like I said, I am married. I'm happily married. Okay. But shout out to my guy, Angry Man, for actually pointing this out. He actually reduced women to just childbirth and looking pretty. That was real misogynistic what he said, but then he backpedaled on it real quick, probably because somebody was standing off camera saying, hey, no, you gotta chill out on that, and he backpedaled on it real quick. But that's basically what he did. He said something very misogynistic right there. Now, with that being said, the major thing that he got wrong, and I know y'all was waiting for this part, he said women don't need to bring anything to the table. He said they don't need to bring anything to the table because they can make another you. We already addressed the make another you part. No, they can't. They can give birth to another you, they can carry another you, but they cannot make another you. What do women need to bring to the table? Women need to bring the same basic things that a man needs to bring to the table. They need to bring communication, because good communication is essential. And for any healthy relationship, really, women also need to bring trust, because trust is the foundation of any relationship. Women need to be trustworthy, just like the man needs to be trustworthy, okay? Women also need to bring respect. And this is a big problem today. They need to bring respect. Just like a man needs to respect his girlfriend or his wife, a woman needs to respect her boyfriend or her husband, okay? Respect plays a big role in a relationship. Women also need to bring emotional support, just like a man does. A man needs to emotionally support his wife or his girlfriend, just like a woman needs to emotionally support her man. Okay. They also need to bring commitment. Because, all right, without commitment, what is the point of this relationship? What is the point of any relationship if you can't bring commitment to the table? If I'm not going to commit to you if you're not committing to me, I know that for a fact. My wife is not going to commit to me if I'm not committing to her. You know what I mean? Those are the things that he got wrong. Now, we ain't going to completely bash Steve, because there is some things that he got right, and that I feel not just women need to listen to, but us men need to listen to it too. And honestly, going back to that list, the communication, trust, emotional support, commitment, me myself being a married man, I could actually do better on those myself. You know, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But to say that women don't need to bring anything to the table, come on, Steve, man, you got that completely wrong. Now let's take a look and listen to what he did get right. These are the things. I got 5 things here that, in my opinion, he did get right. And I know some of y'all fellas probably gonna try to come for me and simp this and simp that. I'm not a simp. Oh, you are blue pill beta? No, I don't go by those terms. Okay, I'm just a married man in a respectful relationship. I respect my wife. She respects me. We know what our roles are. Okay, so y'all say whatever y'all want. And no, I don't hate women. I know y'all try that all the time. I don't hate women. But listen, these are the things that he did get right. Fellas, stop asking women. When you take them out on dates, stop asking them what they bring to the table. Stop asking. Because A, you're not going to get the right answer anyways. She might not even know everything that she can bring to the table, or what she brings to the table. You know, she might actually like you so much that when you ask her that question, she freezes up and doesn't give the correct answer. Or she might give an answer that she thinks that you want to hear. Okay. Focus on what you bring to the table and how you can actually find out what she's bringing. Find out by observing her actions. Okay. Let her show you what she brings to the table. You have to be smart enough to observe those actions and to find out what she brings to the table, and if that's actually what you want in a relationship. That's how that goes. Okay, you don't just flat out ask, what do you bring to the table? And on the flip side of that, women, ladies, if you're out on a date with a man and he does ask, what do you bring to the table? That should put a light bulb off over your head that he is actually serious about dating you, having a committed relationship with you. Okay, it should, but let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, he also said it is the man's job to take care of a woman in the family. False. I'm gonna tell you why I say that is false. It is a man's responsibility to take care of his wife and his family. There's a key difference there. There's a key difference. It is not a man's responsibility to take care of a girlfriend and somebody else's kids. Now, he could choose to do that if he wants to, but that is not his responsibility, okay? Just to let you ladies know that, okay? If he chooses to take care of somebody else's kids, you got a good man. You have a good man, because not a lot of guys is going to do that. Just to be honest, not a lot of guys are going to do that. Even if you are the wife, you need to be treating that man the way he wants to be treated as a man. If he's treating you right, you need to treat him right. If he's treating you the way that you want to be treated as a woman, you need to treat him the way he wants to be treated as a man. Not the way that you want to treat him, the way that he wants to be treated. Okay? Now, what else? What else? He said, who doesn't need a man and what man doesn't need a woman? He was right. He was right. Listen, we need each other. We need each other for companionship, emotional support, intimacy, and to feel special and valued and cared for, and not to mention safe. To be inspired. We don't just want those things. We as human beings need those things. Stop being too independent to take advice from a man, or stop thinking you know everything and you can't take advice from your woman. Okay? We need each other. Without each other, the human race would not exist. We will not go on. All right? Now, number 4, the system of a man taking care of a woman is still good. Listen, the system of a man taking care of his wife is still good. His wife. If both parties understand how the system works, you have to understand that it's a quid pro quo system. You do for me, I will do for you. You scratch my back, I will scratch your back. That is how that system works. Not you do this, you do this, you do this. I'm going to sit on the couch and look pretty. Or you do this, you do this, you do this. I'm going to sit on the couch and play video games. That's not the way that works. Okay? Another thing he was right about. This is the last one I got for y'all. He said, she's mine and I'm hers. He's absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. Yes, when you take vows, you are giving yourself over to each other. Okay? You're giving yourself to that other person. That's why when a bride walks down the aisle, she is given away by her father. The previous man that took care of her was her father, or her oldest brother, or her oldest son. They are giving her away to her new protector, to her new provider. That is what some of the things we are failing to realize now. Okay? When you take vows, you get married, that other person belongs to you. They are your responsibility, as are you. You are their responsibility. Okay? You guys are also reflections of each other. Just to let you know that. You are reflections of each other. If a woman is going out, she's married, and she's out here wearing booty shorts, how does that look upon her man? She's at the bar or the club with her girl wearing booty shorts, wearing where her butt is hanging out the bottom of her skirt or her shorts. How does that look on her husband? How does that look on her man? Right? And vice versa. Vice versa. Man, you out here at the bar, the club, you flirt with all these women, you making your wife look stupid. You're making your wife look stupid. And the same goes for social media too. You on social media, flirt with all these different women. Come on, bro. Listen, we as people got to get it together. We got to get it together. Steve, stop with all the pandering. Keep it 100. Keep it all the way 100. If you're going to blame one gender for the reason things are messed up today, you have to blame the other one too. It's not just point fingers at the men because women are the ones buying your stuff. Okay? You got to keep it 100. Steve Harvey is part of the reason why things are messed up today. Okay. And that whole, the whole boomer conversation, that's for another show, another podcast. We can get into that about how the boomer generation has messed things up for us younger generations. Okay. But for now, I want to thank y'all for joining Unfiltered Discussions on our first podcast. Our very first podcast. Give it up. Give it up. Come on. Come on. Give it up for us. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you listening, download this podcast because we got a lot of fire content coming for you guys. Come on, man. It's just the beginning. All right. But for now, I'm your host, Chalmer. I'm, speaking for Doughboy who couldn't be here today. Black people. We out of here. Peace.